United Adventure Company presents, in its third and final season, Welcome Home. Taking our adventurers to strange new lands. Introducing new foes and enemies. Revisiting the ancient homelands. Battling remembered monsters. Even the ones within ourselves. Our heroes find themselves in a new city, towers, and wonder. The forces of balance once again charge forth towards our heroes. Our heroes rise to meet them on the battlefield. Who shall conquer all? Who lays a finger on the scales of balance? Find out this and more on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/United Adventure Company. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to United Adventure Company. It's been a couple weeks since we've seen you all, and this is Tales from the Loop, the 4 seasons of mad science. Here with us today are our cast of kids. We've got Linda, Marcus, and Liv here all with us. Parker isn't going to be with us today due to some player absences, so we'll play on without Parker. We want to say thanks to everyone, though, for the support. We are over that halfway hump to the 100 subscriber goal that we set up on YouTube. So thanks for hitting that subscribe button, everybody. If you're watching this for the first time, go right ahead and do that. Hit that subscribe button, just like WoBeTide76 did not too long ago. And not sure why that alert's not working. Interesting. There's always something going wonky back here behind the scenes. Just use that hashtag Billy Broken in the chat. But hey, glad everybody could be here today. Thanks for tuning in. somewhere I'm picking up a lot of background noise from somebody.
I hear it too.
Yeah, noise canceling is kind of washing you out.
Yeah.
Probably the fan.
Fan's off, so that's weird.
It sounds like a fan.
Let me try to see what's going on with that. Could be a
Is that your GM screen that we can see?
yeah, sure is.
A bit of spoilers.
Zoom in.
That's what I'm wondering. Maybe the secrets are there.
This is how we zoom.
I think it's just quick rules, isn't it?
Quick rules, yeah. My show notes are over here in this general area. So, just real quick, is that better? Sounds like the hissiness went away. I'm not sure what it was, but it went away. So, yay. And I'll crank my mic up just a little bit. That might help as well.
Much better.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Getting it in. Oh, that's a little too close to the camera. We'll get it right.
That's one of those when you need to make sure that you're heard.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks good. It looks like a podcast. I'm into it, so don't worry about it.
All right, on. You know, that's something I've been toying around with the idea about is doing a podcast for the channel, but that's something we could talk about maybe during an AMA or something. Hey, welcome to the show, BP. Thanks for the claps. Glad to see you here. And I'm going to jump right into our finish up our thank yous, and then we'll jump right into the game because we've got to about 3 hours to get this one done today, and see how far we get. So real quick, thank you again to Woby Tide for your sub this month. We really appreciate it. All those of you who are subs or Patreon supporters, we really appreciate you too. Just like Aaron, Nathan, Two Wolf Design, and Lord Thorn for being Patreon sponsors and supporters. You too can join. Just go to our website, unitedventurecompany.com, or check out the show notes down in the description. There are links to our Patreon page there as well. If you tuned in a few minutes early, right as we were starting the stream, you got to see the trailer for our D&D 5e homebrew campaign, Welcome Home. It is season 3 of that campaign, probably going to be the final season of that particular storyline. Whether we continue with those characters or not is yet to be decided. So we're going to wrap that one up. It's probably going to be about 15 to 18 episodes every other week. So make sure you tune in starting August 20th at 7 p.m., a new time for our game. 7 p.m. on August 20th. That's a Saturday, and that will repeat every other Saturday at 7 p.m. for your viewing pleasure. Make sure you're subscribed and ring that bell to get notified every time we go live. That's going to do it for our thank yous. Last week's winner of some dice is out there. Hope that that code has worked for you and you've claimed them. And we may give away some more later today. Also, we are in works with Richard Brooks Woodworking to bring you some discounts and possibly even a dice tray giveaway. Yes, you can see Thorn has his, LK has hers, and
I just need mine now.
mine. Yes, you need one. You do.
They are absolutely beautifully made. RB does a fantastic job.
Yes, they're fantastic dice trays, and they roll really well. They have a nice sound. Oh, that wasn't a good roll, so I'm glad that was off camera. But it was a 1. Also, check out the merch store down in the description. You can see all of our new merch that we have coming out and on the store. So you can rep the United Adventure Company. With that, folks, I think that's it. Thanks to LK, Thorn, and Nicola for being a part of this. This has been an awesome game to run and play. Thanks so much, y'all, for being here. We're going to jump right into it. Quick recap. Last session, Linda and Liv, you had visited Microlex, the manufacturer of microelectronics. Very creative name for that company, by the way. And in asking the operations manager there a few questions, posing as reporters for the newspaper, you learned a couple of things. Towards the end of that, you found out that there was some shocking news that had been delivered to him. Something about it couldn't be. There was a full background check that just doesn't make sense. He was saying these things you kind of overheard through a glass door, the conference room that you were in. His security guards escorted him away, and you were kind of left alone there for a while. And then Parker and Marcus had visited back to the clubhouse, and they were searching for Isaac without much luck. Marcus had installed a tracking device on Isaac, but for some reason he wasn't able to pick it up, and he was having some trouble there with tuning in the tracker. So,
and then my magnetrine was stolen.
yes,
Oh,
he
yeah.
set the clubhouse down, and wasn't there a bicycle on the ground where the clubhouse was left? Yes, a very familiar bicycle that you had seen before.
It's all coming together.
Yes, it is. And with that, you all decided to go home, rest up for the night, and get together in the morning and make a plan. So let's pick up right there. It is morning. I believe we started this journey on a Wednesday, so this would now be a Thursday morning. I guess you're headed to school. You kind of cut out of school on Wednesday to go start this investigation. Are you going to school today, or are you going to skip school today?
Forget school.
This
I'm
is
gonna be
more important than
sick.
school. I've got chicken pox.
Have you taken a marker and
Yeah. I got a biro.
feel well, mommy?
Just a few of those.
Sitting in there with like a heating pad on your forehead until the parent comes in and like, oh, you
Yeah.
feel so warm.
Yeah, everybody remembers doing
But
that,
it's
right?
not. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I've got chicken pox.
So where did you all decide to meet up? We'll say you had a talk. You decided to meet up somewhere. Where is that? Maybe.
Mm,
Well, we can't meet at the base, can we? We don't have a base. Is that right?
we have the train car. The magnetrine is gone, but we still have the train car.
The train car was connected to the magnetrine.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had
Oh.
connected it up. Okay. I would say that I would have suggested we go to the barn, to Marcus's workshop.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll meet you there.
Okay. Yeah, that does make sense, actually.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in the barn this morning? You meet up. What's going on there? Kind of paint the scene for me, if you will. This morning of home life.
Well, I'm frantically looking around for little bits and bobs that I can kind of increase the range of my tracking device so I can actually dial in exactly where the magnetrine is, because it was moving and we were trying to follow it, but obviously it flies and can go in a straight line. We can't. And also to see if I can boost the signal enough so I can even pick up Isaac as well. So you're just, when Liv and Linda finally show up, they just see me frantically digging through piles of parts going, nope, that's not it. Fucking garbage.
What are you looking for, Marcus?
What are you doing?
The tracker needs to be stronger.
You didn't make it strong enough the first time?
It was strong enough. It had a 5-kilometer radius, but it's not strong enough.
Well, what if Isaac was stuck in the past? If he went back to I mean, that could explain how Lena managed to get out of the prehistoric time if he found a way to go back and then he got stuck, because she's evil and she would have left him there.
I don't think his power supply would last that long, and I was still getting a very faint signal.
Oh. Well, why wouldn't it last that long? Aren't you a genius?
No, he's not a genius because the security wasn't very good.
Hey!
It's constructive.
Well, genius, yes, but and no matter how strong of a battery he has, I wasn't the one that put the battery in him, so I don't know exactly how long it would last, but most batteries nowadays, unless he's nuclear powered, will not last that long. So he has to recharge sometime. I
Maybe
just don't know.
he's solar powered. They had loads of sun back then.
Yeah, we hadn't
Then
soaked
he-
up all of the solar rays yet in the solar panels, depleting the power of the sun, That hadn't
Yeah.
happened yet. All right, so you're
Well,
working on the
yeah.
tracker. What's the plan for the day? You all had some information.
So, we know that the inspector lady, Ing-Marie, she was at Microlex yesterday. That's big information. What can we do with that? We know that Mona is Lena, but isn't. What's that about? And she's dead, but she's alive, and she's in the past, but she's in the present. This is difficult.
And the magnetrine was most likely stolen by that girl that was living in the house when we were getting attacked by the birds.
I wonder if Lena has been cloning herself, and we're dealing with a bunch of clones, and maybe, the girl from the house, Mashan, I think her name was, maybe she's a young version of a Lena clone. And that's why she was living in Venner's house.
Maybe. But I don't understand what we can do now. How can we find Lena?
Well, maybe because there aren't really very many other leads we can follow, we could go and talk to the police and maybe tell them that we thought we saw a dead body in the woods and see if they'll tell us anything when we talk to them.
Wait a minute, Liv, you think she's cloning herself like
I mean,
like
we
the
don't
movie Blade
know.
like the movie Blade Runner?
So, robot replicants? Whoa. That would make so much sense. Marcus. You're a
I
genius.
like this.
Okay.
This
Well-
is probably what it is.
I am a genius.
Well, okay. So, if we go to the police station, they might accidentally tell us something. I don't know where else we would go.
Do you think the body's still there?
Well, that would be really weird, wouldn't it? I mean, if they didn't know about the body.
Well, the news report last night said that the body was
They found
removed
it,
from the
right?
scene, so it should be in the morgue.
Well, when people clone themselves, they clone themselves more than once. I mean,
Maybe
that's just
there's
common
10
sense.
bodies in the woods.
Mm-hmm. There
And
might
they
be.
find one, and we find another, and there's another 8.
So what then? She's killing off her clones so she doesn't get caught?
Well,
Or is it
that
the
wouldn't make
clone
any
killing
sense.
other clones?
Because if you think about it, if you're going to go to the trouble of cloning yourself, well, why would you kill your clones?
Evidence?
While that happens, while y'all are having this conversation, Marcus, you're really focused in digging out, finding parts, and still kind of talking to the ladies over your shoulder. There's a loud clang and bang on the backside of the barn. You look up to see Isaac stumbling in, arm parts dangling. He looks like he's been in a huge fight, and it is tattered and torn and beaten to blazes. And he stumbles into your barn.
Dude,
Marcus, help.
where have you been and what the hell happened?
Oh, beat up, attacked, robots, and his power just, and he just kind of powers down right there in front of you.
Oh,
See, I told you his battery wouldn't last forever.
Marcus, you have to fix him.
I'm on it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a program roll to repair him. You'll have to plug him in and let him charge as well.
does he look like he's like, does he have like foliage on him? Is he muddy? Like,
Oh yeah.
is there?
As you investigate him and kind of look over him, he's been beaten. It looks like maybe ran over or rolled down a rocky hill. There's grass and dirt, rocks wedged into different parts of his robotic joints. His left arm is almost ripped completely apart, and he's pretty banged up.
Is there any like evidence that he's been in the past? Like, is there like a dinosaur egg with him or something?
No, nothing like that.
Okay, just making sure, just in case.
Sure.
Well, I don't know if he's been in the past, but he's been in the woods.
Well, if memory serves me right, Linda, he even said that he wasn't able to pass through the
Oh
gateway.
yeah, oh yeah.
So, the likelihood of him
Mhm.
going through that portal is extremely unlikely. And I did get one, Billy.
You got one success? All right.
Yeah.
You start putting him back together. You get him plugged in. As you're working on him, he powers back up. Marcus, thank you. Oh, much better to see friendly faces now.
Good. Now, why don't you start from the beginning and explain what's going on? Because our magnetrine was stolen. Your creator, Linda, is posing to be somebody else working at a different facility. And really looks like she's about to, well, kind of do what I would want it to do. Take over the world?
Yeah, when you say her name, Lena, you see his head drops. He's almost expressive. And he says, yes, Lena, they got her. Here, I'll show you. And
Who's they?
yeah, and he says, here, I'll show
Other
you.
clones.
And kind of R2D2-esque, he projects a video out onto the wall of the barn. And
Just like that movie.
It shows a robot attacking Lena. It shows her getting viciously murdered by the robots. Several of them holding her down while another one, obviously, like the leader, does the dirty work. And then it cuts to a video of Lena's body being dragged through the woods by other robots being left. And then a video of him getting chased as he was caught. And then the video of him getting brutally beaten by the same robot and questioned, interrogated about the location of the kids.
Of us.
Kids.
You guys, yes. They're asking about you by name. And Isaac never gave you up. In the video, he just repeats his name and, standard robot protocol. And they threaten him with something called WR.
WR.
They say, we'll make you join
Isaac,
us.
what does it mean?
They spoke of a place called Valhalla to join them and meet their god.
Valhalla is the Norse land of the honored dead.
It seemed as though they were building an army of sorts to try to take over, stop humans.
Isaac, what is WR?
I don't know, but I saw them administering WR to other robots.
And what does it do?
They changed. They joined up with Wagner, Hugin, Munin, all of them. They're gathering in the meadows, changing other robots.
It's probably some type of computer virus which overwrites their main process to say who their master is. We need weapons.
I've got my gun.
No, we need weapons that will actually affect robots.
Oh, yeah.
Where are we supposed to get that, Marcus?
I might have some stuff here.
Some sort of big vault? Like
I
a,
was thinking,
like a cattle prod?
that could work. I was also thinking about an EMP,
Oh, that would be good.
What is that again?
magnetic pulse.
Okay, what does that do?
Basically, when it goes off,
Shuts down.
it doesn't just shut down, it completely fries electronics within the radius. So if there's a big group of them, if I make it like an EMP hand grenade, let's just say, I throw it in there, it looks like it did nothing because it doesn't explode, but then you just see all the robots just fall over.
But the TV also might go off.
Yeah, Linda just, or not Linda, Liv just looks confused. I don't know what all this tech stuff is. It's weird. Would it kill my Walkman? Because if it kills my Walkman, I'm not on board with this.
Yes.
I think you'd have to sacrifice.
I think you need to leave your Walkman here.
Okay, yeah, that's... I'm not gonna be able to listen to this new Megadeth cassette, but fine. Whatever.
We can
Well,
sing it.
At least you'll be able to listen to it later instead of not listening to it at all until you buy a new one.
Or you're dead because the robots got you.
Okay, yeah, you're right. We'll leave it here. That's fine. You're right, Marcus. We'll do that.
All right, I'm going to start instead of ah! We still need to buy the magnetrine.
Well, that's another good reason to go to the police, because we can see if they know where our magnetrine ship is.
Oh yeah, let's go to the police and ask them if they've seen an unregistered magnetrine ship flying around, because it's
Maybe.
ours.
Maybe it's good that we don't have it because the robots will know that we live in it and they'll be looking for it and they don't know that we're here.
Well, that means
But-
that they'll get LaShawn and her dog, and I'm not okay with them killing her dog.
But
We
here's
will
the-
adopt the dog. But
Here's the
we'll
thing
kill
about
her.
here's the thing about the magnetrine though. It has magnetic emitters on it, which are easily converted into EMP emitters. So we could literally just fly around and just fly right over them and they just drop.
Okay.
Magnetrine.
But where is it? If the robots are after us and we're spending all our time trying to track down this ship, then they're gonna find us before we find them. Unless you have an idea of where it is.
Well,
in
I
which
do
case,
have
good.
I do have a tracker on the ship.
Okay.
I just need to extend the range of my receiver to find exactly where it's at. That's what I was doing when you guys got here, and then Isaac showed up. So
But then,
I've been
but then-
working
but
on
the-
fixing
the
Isaac.
baddies
researching
are in
him.
it. Yeah? Are the baddies in it? The baddies stole it,
No, the girl
They're-
stole it.
but she's part of the baddies.
I mean, maybe. We could see if we could find her. Last time we saw her, she was at Gunner's house. He might be there again, but we could go look anyway.
How can we extend the range of this thing?
I just need time and the right parts. I most likely have the right parts here. If not, then I can go talk to Olaf to see if he has something, or in last case scenario, I would call Lars and he would definitely have something.
Can we help?
Not really?
I'm very good with tech. Everyone thinks that Marcus is the good tech fella, genius. I can do a bit. I can help you. I know what an EMP is. Liv can't help you.
Well, a second set of eyes helping me look for these parts would be helpful.
I'll do that. We
Okay.
have to move quickly. Isaac has shown us death and destruction. They're after us in particular. This could be our last day on planet Earth. Just think.
This could be the last day of all humanity if robots take over.
You know, it's a really good thing that we skipped school today.
Yes.
Speaking of which, Linda, you still have red marks all over your face.
Well, it's just in case they see me, the robots, and then I can say that I have a virus. And then maybe there's a
I
conversation
don't.
to be had.
Biological viruses don't really affect machines.
Okay.
That's what they do.
And then we all need to be worried because it can go both ways. I mean, haven't you ever seen the comic books with the X-Men where that one guy gets consumed by a mechanized biological virus? His entire left arm was completely covered in metal, and it was slowly consuming his body.
I mean, I guess. So, what are we doing? You're gonna try to fix the emitter or receiver or your doohickey thingamajig?
Yes, I'm going to make it better.
Okay.
To put it in the simplest terms for you, Liv.
We're going to extend the range, then we can find the magnetrine ship, then we blow up the ship because all the baddies are in it. I think that's the plan.
And Isaac kind of perks up at the conversation of the cross transference of biological electronic viruses. No, he says, Marcus, actually, you may not be 100% correct. Consum is now at the supermarket in Kongsberga, infecting all of the produce with WR to infect all the humans.
So is WR supposed to affect humans and robots?
I believe that they think it will.
Whoa.
Should I draw chickenpox on all of us?
Should we burn down the grocery store?
Well, we shouldn't eat.
Okay.
So, Isaac, what happens to people when they eat it?
Wagner did infect one young girl with it. It allowed Wagner to control her mind and tell her and give her instructions. In fact, she's been spying on you.
Oh, she's the one that stole our ship.
Perhaps he did that to make you more vulnerable. It could have been his instruction.
Wagner. Why do I know that name? Who is he again?
He's a musician.
Wagner was a composer of early classical music.
Oh. Well, what does he have to do with this?
He's also the name of Lena's newly created robot, where she tested WR on him, and then he turned against her and killed her.
Oh, so Wagner, what?
Wagner.
Wagner. Okay, fine, Marcus. Thanks so much. Wagner is the leader of the robots.
The bad ones. I think there's bad ones and there's good ones. And Isaac is the good one, and there's just one good one. And then every other robot is a bad robot, and that's Wagner. And whenever we had to go through the portal, we had to do it musically. Some sort of music theme. Lena must have liked music.
Classical music at that.
Well, you know what they say. Lots of classical music was the equivalent back then of metal today. So, clearly there's a musical connection. I wonder if WR has something to do with the nanorobots that Lena was working on at Microlex.
What, Marcus?
Oh my god, you're right, Liv. They're infecting the produce with nanites, microscopic robots, which then would You would congest, they
Burrow
would get into your
in.
blood set, and they would settle in your brain, making rewiring basically the human brain to receive computer messages.
You are
Oh.
absolutely correct, Liv. WR is a nanite technology developed at Microlex by Mona Lennon, who
Yep.
was
Which-
also Lena.
Mona was Lena.
Yes. Yes. Well, would that ENP thing, would that do something to nanites?
Yes,
Okay. Well,
it
then
will
maybe-
fry them as well, but we would need to do it on a massive scale. Nothing I would be able to make would be able to do.
Well,
Isaac,
is there
Wait,
go ahead. Or I give you a
we
help.
do have something here that could create a massive scaled EMP.
Like a bomb?
Better. The loop. Overloading the loop would make a massive scale EMP, which would cover the entire diameter of the loop plus 15 kilometers past it. So everything from this very microscopic center of the loop to 15 meters beyond in all directions would be hit.
How are we going to get into that?
Oh, we found a service tunnel that took us into a room that had a lot of controls while you were sick, so maybe it's in there.
We need to get to that surface tunnel now.
But we gotta have some sort of plan to like take care of these nanite things. Do you have the EMP ready to go?
No, but it doesn't take me that long to make one.
Hmm. I guess
We have
that's one thought.
We have a microwave right in the kitchen. I can use parts from that to make an EMP blaster.
Can you make something that means that every time we eat, we can blast our food before we eat it, and then we don't get infected by the nanites?
Well, I would say everything that you have in your kitchen right now is perfectly fine. It's if your parents went shopping recently, that would be an issue.
Like a weekly?
Sandra's always trying to make me eat vegetables.
I'm with you on that one, Liv. Meat and potatoes.
I guess they're gonna be in the pizza, Liv. They're not gonna be in the fresh stuff.
Mm,
Do you know they're gonna be in like the burgers. They're gonna be in like the chocolate.
Pretty sure it's going to be pretty much everything.
Okay. All right. I can't help but feel like we need more information before we try to go to the loop. I think that we need to try to find this Mahjong girl again, and she has our ship, and she knows about Wagner. So, yeah, she's working with him, but it won't be hard for the three of us to overpower her if we have to.
Well,
Alright,
if we can EMP her, then she'll
That
be
would-
normal.
Yeah, that would free her from the control. So why don't I just make up a couple EMPs, like an EMP blaster, also known as a Nerf gun, and
Okay.
go from there.
A Nerf
Yes.
gun. Okay, this is
Yes.
great.
Nerf, like the toys? Like the Nerf footballs?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
Very similar in name, but very different in application.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Here, I thought you were playing with toys. A kid, like a little kid.
My
Oh,
toy
cool.
is right here, as I point at Isaac.
I am not a toy, Marcus. I am a highly developed AI robotic assistant.
Don't worry, Isaac. He's only having a wee joke.
May I also suggest that the possibility of overloading the loop is dangerous in that the Graviton could explode, causing more than just electronic damages to the region. It could have far-reaching, complex consequences, including a rip in the whole of space and time.
That doesn't sound good. Sounds like a sci-fi movie.
This is going to be last resort, Isaac. Absolute last resort.
I
Because
understand.
I would rather destroy all space and time rather than having robots take over everything.
No offense.
I want to take over everything, not robots.
I understand. There is a meeting tonight in the meadow. They've gathered more robots and told them to come. They'll be in the meadow tonight to perform another conversion ceremony.
We should go and spy on him.
Yeah, but we can't see at night. Isaac can.
No. We could try to call. We should call the police when it's nighttime and have them go out and look at the meadow, and then we can follow them, and then they'll be the ones that have to take care of it, and we can just watch from a distance.
The police
I mean-
are going to listen.
Well, they might listen because that inspector is not from our area, so, and she is
Oh.
currently looking into that the murder.
We tell them that the punker teens are out there, like, trashing the place. They'll go look.
We could say there's another dead body.
We could say that too, but are they more likely to believe that? It'd be easier to tell them that the punkers are out there smoking drugs or something.
No, the dead body would probably work better
Okay, fine.
because technically we wouldn't be lying because if they did come in conflict with the evil robots, there would be dead bodies. It would be the police.
That's
But-
good.
Potato,
Okay.
potato.
Yeah, so let's do that. Let's call the police on the meadow, and then we'll go and watch and see what happens.
But we need to wait until later tonight.
Well, yeah, because when is that happening, Isaac?
It is supposed to happen after dark. They light a grand bonfire and sing songs about this Valhalla place. They give a speech and then indoctrinate others with the WR.
Very cultish.
Hey, Linda, do you
Robot
think
cult.
Linda, do you know the mythology with the Old Norse gods? I mean, they taught us a little bit in school, but I don't remember a lot of it. Do you know? Could we look it up in a book maybe and learn more information?
Yeah, I could find out. Would I be able to know anything immediately, or is it something I would
Yeah,
have
you
to
can roll
research?
for it.
Okay. Let's find out.
Probably a comprehend roll.
Yeah.
That sounded like a lot of dice.
Yeah. But only 2 successes.
2 successes. Yeah, you are actually pretty familiar with the legends and lore of Valhalla and Viking warriors. You know that the common knowledge stuff that kind of Marcus has already alluded to, but that it is a hallowed ground for Viking warriors that are, fallen on the battlefield in the name of fighting for their clan or their god, and Odin welcomes them, all that good jazz.
So, Liv, I think they're expected to fight. I think these are fighters.
Which would mean we're screwed.
Yeah. Unless we EMP them and the police are killed for us.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Okay.
So in the meantime, I'm going to start working on extending the range to track the magnetrain. Isaac and Linda are going to help me also create some EMP weapons just in case we run into robots or people that are being controlled by robots. Boy.
All right. Sounds like you guys got a plan. Like, find the
does.
magnetrine, find, call the police, develop the EMP.
And we're also going to go to the service tunnels to go back to the control room that was connected to the loop. So if need be, we can send it into an overload.
And we can We can zap Mashan if we can find her to see if we can get some more info.
Well, basically half the country's going to go into the Dark Ages for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Sorry, Liv, your Walkman's going to die if this happens.
Oh.
But it is better than us dying, right?
I guess, but music is life. Just saying.
Your guitar will still work.
I know.
You could compose.
I know a way to protect it, though.
Oh, we can put it in a Faraday cage.
Exactly.
What? A faraway cage? What's that?
Yeah.
A Faraday cage. It's basically a wire mesh that goes over top of something electronic that has an electric current going through it, and it protects it from an electromagnetic spike.
Okay, so we can put my guitar in there, and we can put my Walkman in there, and my stereo, and the TVs.
Your Walkman and your stereo, yes. Your guitar will not be affected.
It's an electric guitar.
It will be.
But your amp is tubes, not circuits. It will not be affected.
Okay,
But
well,
put your speaker in there.
I love the soft and gentle background music we have during this high tension time. It's great.
It's like we're preparing for war. Such soothing music.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
It's like, put the Walkman in the Faraday cage.
oh, and
Like,
the other
beautiful.
thing, I could go back to Microlex and see if they'll tell me anything about how to disable nanites. Probably not, but maybe they would.
It's worth a try.
You could say that that Mr. Sten, after he had spoken to us, had said that he will allow you a day of what do you call that when you go to work?
Respite?
No, like I don't know, you know when you're a kid but you can go to work experience. You go in and you say, Mr. Sten, give me a day of work experience to work with the nanites.
I mean, I could try it. It's not like I have anything to do while y'all are working on these machine things.
But that would also mean you would have to get changed because I don't think they would let you go in that outfit.
What is wrong with my leather jacket and combat boots?
I think she looks good, like she's off to work.
Man, this is what Dad wears to work.
They give you a
Your
a
dad also
uniform.
owns a record store. It's not a laboratory.
Well,
You
fine.
see the lab coat over there?
Well, when I get
That's
there,
what you would wear.
well, when I
Take
get
that.
there,
Take it.
okay,
Take it.
fine. And I take the lab coat and just put it on top of my leather jacket.
And say that Mr. Stan gave you the lab coat, and the receptionist is called Sarah, and she'll remember you. This is perfect.
Better
Okay.
than nothing.
Well, I gotta have something to do while y'all are trying to fix things anyway, so let's do that.
All right. With that, we will leave Linda and Marcus in the barn with Isaac to work on things. Isaac will also help you develop this because he has a vested interest in all of this, as well as he doesn't believe the robots should take over the world. And off to work. Liv goes.
I love this. I think this is so funny.
This is great. Liv, you hop on your bike, I guess, and ride over to Microlex. On your way, I need you to make me a couple of investigate rolls.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. That is mine. One success. On my first roll.
Okay.
You need me to make a second roll?
Yep. Need another one. As you're riding your bike through town,
One on the second roll.
you don't see anything, but you get the strange sensation that you're being watched or followed. You're very vigilant of looking around over your shoulder, and it just seems to be something off in the shadows. You can't quite place it. Maybe it's your mind playing tricks on you with all of this heightened weirdness that's going on. But you feel like someone's watching you, following you even. There's a strange feeling throughout the entire town. Just this tenseness.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to stop.
Okay.
If anything, I'm going to pedal a little harder.
Pedaling a little harder. Makes sense. And off you go. You pull into the parking lot of Microlex. It's a little different today than it was yesterday. And standing outside are the 2 security guards.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to roll up and what do they look like?
They look like they're standing guard at the door, like they're not really wanting to let anyone in. As you approach, they see you and they recognize you.
So I'm here today for my work-based learning class.
We're not Olaf, the one. Remember, they're twins. He says, no, we weren't told about that. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to head back home, young lady.
Call Mr. Sten. He said that I could do this. I mean, come on, guys. Like, this is a great for school. Won't you just let me in? I want to try to charm them.
Sure.
One success.
One success. They kind of look at each other and sigh. Look, I know you kids are digging around trying to find information on Mona.
Well, what do you know? Can you tell me?
Yeah. Her real name was Lena Thelen. She's a
yeah, I knew that part.
micro-robotist.
I knew that part too.
She's infected some robots. Apparently, got herself killed by one of them.
Yeah, I know that too. Can you tell me something I don't know?
Well, what don't you know? Seem to know
Well,
everything we know.
I guess I don't know what I don't know.
There seems to be some information in our office that might be able to her research. Police haven't gotten it yet. If you think you can stop this robot rebellion, it really would save Microlex a lot of bad press.
So, I have to ask though, why would you trust a kid? I mean, adults never trust kids.
Look, we can't get involved. No one can know we helped you. Microlex can't be named in helping you at all. That's why Mr. Sten won't meet with you. That's why he won't let you back in the building. But we've been
well, if
instructed to
anybody,
help you.
I guess that you know that we can help because you read all of Linda's great investigative, reportive, stories. And that's how you know, right? Because you know that we solved all the mysteries to this point.
We know that.
So,
you
okay, I
and
guess that
Lena
makes
have
sense.
had a troubled history between the reports and the stories and the reports and Lena's research. Yes, we know that you two have a history, and it's better if Microlex just doesn't get involved.
So there are mentions of us in her reports?
Yes, quite graphic, detailed reports.
I guess maybe that's why you're going to let us look at it. Okay. Well, I don't know that I will understand what these reports say. I'm not very good at understanding all of this technology stuff, but maybe if I have the reports, my friend Linda, she's really good at books, and my cousin Marcus is really good at technology. Maybe the two of them can figure it out.
Hopefully. And he looks at his brother, kind of nods, and he pulls out a manila envelope. It's with the little rubber strings on it, figure 8 tied. He hands it to you and goes, "This is the information that she was working on the nanites, and it's thick. And he hands it to you. He just looks around very, cautiously to make sure no one's watching. He hands it to you. And goes, you did not get this from Microlex.
And I open it up and I look in there, and it's that old school, like, purple copy paper with the purple ink.
Yep.
Okay.
Purple ink, Xerox copies. That if it gets wet, it's gonna run. So
yeah. Okay, well, this could be very helpful. Thank you, and thank you for trusting me. And adults never trust us, and it means a lot that you guys would trust us. So we'll count you as friends. When the robots try to take over, if we have to save some people but not others, you'll be on the list.
If you need any help from us, let us know. Hopefully, you can figure out how to reverse this process. This WR that she created is infecting people and robots.
Yeah, Marcus said that's what nano robots do. So, all right. Thanks for this. I'll let you guys know if we need anything. I'm gonna try to get back to my friends.
Good luck. Remember.
Oh, hey.
Yes.
Do you have a gun I could have?
I'm sorry. We probably shouldn't give you firearms.
Gotta have a way to protect myself. These robots are killing people.
They look at each other. They're like, they give you a. He reaches in his jacket. He pulls out a short little stun baton. He goes, "This is the best I can do for you." And he gives you a stun baton. He shows you how to work it.
All right.
This should incapacitate their electrical circuitry for a few moments and allow you time to escape.
Okay. This is better than nothing. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you. And then I'm gonna turn around and get on my bike.
Okay.
And I'll stick my I have the lab coat on over my other stuff, but I have my backpack on in between the lab coat and my leather jacket. So I take off the lab coat and put the report in my backpack, and then put the lab coat back on and get on the bike.
Right on. That makes perfect sense. Yes, absolutely. Meanwhile, back at the farm, Marcus and Linda are digging through parts and trying to put together this EMP device. I picture Marcus has like the classic tinkerer's headset on, like for the micro soldering and stuff like that.
I'm thinking steampunk, like big.
Wait, we may have props. We may have props. And he's, I'm gonna let you all tell the tale of how this goes down. But yeah, I imagine he has some kind of headset on. He's over a soldering iron doing this micro soldering. Meanwhile, Linda, you and Isaac are digging out parts and.
Yeah, I imagine I'm actually fairly useless, but oh wow.
Nice. His welding helmet. Nice.
Nice. I'm seeing it like surgery, So Marcus is like asking for scalpel, or whatever, and
Scalpel, nothing. I'm more asking for soldering iron.
Yeah, but like surgery vibe, right? And I'm just
more or less
rooting around trying to figure out exactly what you're talking about, trying to find. Isaac's probably just helping me, making me feel good about what I don't know.
Sure. All right. So, what's going on there, Marcus and Linda? You're in the barn, tinkering around. What's the first step?
Stealing the microwave from the kitchen.
Okay, I can do that. I know what a microwave is.
We may need a few of them, so we might have to go door to door to get some more.
Well,
because I need the emitters that are out of them.
Is it just microwaves?
For now.
I could probably get the one from my house.
That would work. And if you see Liv, tell her that we need the microwave from her house too.
Okay.
because that would give us 3, so it would be 1 apiece.
And
And
how
then-
do we get them out of the microwave?
Oh, don't worry about that. I got a screwdriver. I can take apart the
I'm
microwave.
not. I don't want to carry the microwave. I'll do it.
So what you're looking for is the emitter. So when you actually take the outer shell off the microwave, you're going to have 2 different compartments, with the main cooking compartment, and then there's going to be the electronics department. In the electronics department, there's going to be something about yay big. It's going to be almost like a square or even a rectangle.
Okay.
That's going to be pointing directly into the compartment where you put the food in. I need
Okay.
that component.
Okay.
That's the emitter.
Okay.
That's going to actually emit the microwaves that produce the heat inside of food.
I'm gonna go to an electric shop.
Those are very specialized components. If you go
No,
to
no, no,
the
no. I mean a place that sells
even better.
microwave.
If you go to the microwave repair shop in town
Yeah.
and just say that you need a few emitters, here, I think I have an emergency stash of cash here somewhere that I've been saving up for parts that I can't
I've got money. I've got money, and I'll go into my sock and pull out my is it 100? Can't remember. Or maybe 50 money. I don't know
Oh, that's
what the-
right. You got paid from the
Yeah.
news report. Yes. Perfect. Get as many emitters as possible for microwave ovens. The higher the wattage, the better.
Okay. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Perfect. Isaac and I will keep working on getting the components together to actually make these into Nerf guns and possibly even some like EMP grenades.
Okay.
All right. Linda, you jump on your bike, head into town. Maybe
Yeah.
a couple of investigate rolls as well while you're
Okay.
heading.
And that's another 8. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's 2 6s.
All right.
Again. Do I do it once or do you want me to do it twice?
Go ahead and do it again.
Okay. None.
None. Okay. Yeah, on your first, you look back and you see another kid that you recognize from school. You don't know them, but you've seen them around. You make a couple turns and they're following you on their bicycle.
Excuse me?
Well, they're a good ways back.
Oh.
But they're obviously following you. You've made a couple of turns, and you decide to try to shake them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you look back and you see they seem to be gone on the second roll. So it looks like you've kind of lost them, but someone was following. What do you want to do? Continue or double back?
If I can't see them, I'll continue. But if I think I know where they went, I'd like to cycle back and try and get them.
You think if you just make the block around, you would come up behind them probably.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah, you come up behind. Sure enough, there they are. Not far ahead of you. They're stopped in the road, kind of at the next intersection, looking around.
And I'll come up behind them if I can. How old do they look?
They're probably a grade behind you.
Okay. So excuse me,
They turn.
child.
They turn around very kind of slowly, almost mechanically.
You were following me. Why?
And as they kind of get turned all the way around and you meet their gaze, their eyes are dark and hollow, empty almost, as if they're like just pieces of glass.
Oh.
They don't speak. They just look at you.
Okay. Well, it's been nice. I'm just gonna get on my bike and I'm going to leave. I'm guessing I can't kill them. In the street, I'm guessing they have just eaten some food from the supermarket. They're probably dangerous. I'm gonna back away.
All right. You hop on your bike and start riding, and they again are following you.
Oh.
So you can make a couple move rolls here. Make a move roll to try to. Now you got to try to shake them because they were right there at you.
Okay, move is awful for me, as we know. So let's have a wee go at that. Oh, I got one success.
All right. They're still there, but you're starting to pull away.
Okay, should I do it again?
Sure. If you want to continue to try to take them.
I want to get rid of them, really.
Yes.
There's no successes there, but I'm going to use a luck point.
Sure.
And just re-roll that. 3 ones. Okay.
They are gaining on you. Yeah, they're gaining on you, but
okay. So, how am I going to deal with this? I don't have anything on my person that could zap them. I'm going to go into a shop. I'm just going to go into the shop and close the door and see if they come in after me.
You ride on to the microwave shop, to the repair
Yeah.
shop, electronics repair shop. Sure, and you get off your bike, you park it. They stop probably half a block away, and they're just watching you. They watch you.
I'm going to do that. I want to show them that I know that I can see them. And I'm going to back into the shop, walking backwards. And I'm just going to keep watching as I do my little shop thing.
Okay. And the bell rings as the door closes, and the shopkeeper says, "Oh, hello, good evening. What can I do for you?"
Hello. Have you noticed anything strange in town?
No, not necessarily. Shouldn't you be in school?
No, I've got chicken pox. Look.
Then shouldn't you be at home?
I should, but we're saving the world, okay? And mister, I need a good deal on bits of microwaves to do that. It's so serious I had to get out of bed. Also, be really careful. Don't eat the food in the supermarket. And don't serve any other kids. And what can you do for this? It's called an emitter. Is that right? Is it emitter? Can I have 40 of them?
You have a fever. You seem a little out of it today. 40.
Sure.
Why would you need 40 emitters? That's a lot. It's well more than I have.
How many do you have?
I have 7.
I'll have 7.
Make me a charm roll with all of that.
Okay.
As the hero music plays in the background.
Here we go. No. I'm going to use another luck point.
Okay.
YOLO. YOLO. Yes, one success.
Right. He looks at you kind of oddly and I don't know why I'm going to help you, but I'll help you.
Please, and I can bring them back if you need them. I just need them for a little bit, and then the world will be saved. And I'll write about you because I am a journalist.
Right. Yes.
What's your name?
Henry.
Henry from the microwave shop. You will have a place in history, Henry.
He kind of hurriedly stacks the emitters on and punches the cash register. That'll be 49, please.
Can I give you 20?
Well, that's how much they cost me. I have to make some profit on this.
But I'll bring them back when I'm finished. I'm just looking at them. Okay.
Doesn't really work
Okay.
that way.
Okay.
You're acting quite strange. Are you okay?
I just really need
Are
the
you-
microwave bit.
Are you in danger?
Yes. And so are you, Mr. Henry. Please don't eat anything from the supermarket, okay?
Right. And he kind of leans over and reaches for his telephone. Is there someone that I should call? Perhaps your parents to come and get you. I think you have a bit of a fever.
No, that's okay. And I'm gonna just reach into my sock and pull out 40, 40 whatever, 40 monies.
All right.
So, okay, 40 it is. What's your returns policy?
There's no returns on electronics once purchased. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, that'll be fine. And he takes the money. Thank you. Have a nice day. And
Well, I won't be as kind to you in the newspaper as I could have been because you didn't offer me any returns and I tried to give you good advice and you didn't give me a deal or anything. But that's okay.
yes.
And I'm gonna can I look through the window and see if I can still see this person?
Sure. Yeah. You look through and it's still standing there or sitting on its bike.
Okay. So I'm gonna hide them in my backpack a little bit so that they don't really know. And is there anything that I could buy that would look like a reason why I went into that shop, but that isn't for the emitters?
Oh, there's all
Like
kinds of stuff. Yeah,
like are they selling like little lollies or something?
Sure, they probably have snacks here as well. Sure.
Can I have a lolly, Henry?
Yes, please take.
Thank you so much, Henry.
Perhaps
Thank
it'll help
you.
you feel better.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, Henry.
have
Bye,
a good
bye.
day.
Okay, bye. And then I want to go out waving the lolly as though I've gone into the lolly only. And then I'm gonna try and go back, but I'm gonna try and lose these people again, I suppose. No, it's hard to know what to do with these guys.
Okay. So you hop on your bike and start heading. As soon as you start moving, they start moving as well, following you.
Okay, okay. I'm quite happy then. We're going back. I don't have any weapons, but what I'll do, my intention here is to go back. When I get back to Marcus and Isaac, I'm going to tell them that I found one of them and that we can capture them together. I'm going to lure them back.
Oh, so you're gonna lead them right back to the farm then? Not try and lose them?
Now that you've said it, that sounds so stupid. I won't do it. I'm not going to do that. That is the most ridiculous thing. No, I will try and lose them.
Okay. Yep.
They're gonna all be talking to each other, aren't they? Because they'll all
Go ahead and
depend
make
on
a roll as you're
Oh
riding back.
no. Damn, I don't really have any luck points. Okay.
Do you have pride that you could use this session? Or are you using?
Yeah, I will have to use that pride. So let's do that.
Or you can also push. You don't have to use your pride. You can push the roll. You just take a condition.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna push it. And to do that,
So you reroll
I
all
guess-
the failed dice, but
Yeah.
then you take a condition.
nothing.
All right. So
Oh my
are
god,
you-
what's wrong with
Are
me?
you upset, scared, exhausted, or injured
I'm exhausted
from pedaling
by
so
my
hard,
dice. Yeah,
trying to get away from them?
yeah, I'm exhausted.
Okay.
So does that mean I haven't got rid of them? Damn it.
Yep.
Okay.
In fact, a second one has now joined the first.
Okay. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna get off my bike. And I'm gonna get my gun out.
Okay.
In
We'll
the
say you've
woods.
gotten out of town. You're kind of on that dirt road that leads
Yeah.
towards Marcus's farm, but you're not
Yeah.
there yet. All right. You get off your bike. You pull out the gun, They stop not far from you, probably about the same following distance. They're probably...
What do you want? I've got a gun that can shoot yous. I've got so many bullets here.
They don't respond, they just stare at you. Those dark, empty eyes, just almost like camera lenses.
Can I get closer?
Sure.
Do they seem like a threat?
They're not doing anything threatening. They're just sitting on their bikes, staring at you.
Can you talk?
Yes. One of them says.
Are you dangerous?
Nah, I don't know.
You don't know. Can I get out the marker that I was using to draw my own chickenpox on? And am I able to draw on their little eyeballs?
Yeah, if you're gonna reach out to draw on them, yeah, one of them grabs your hand with the marker in it. I think you should come with us.
No.
Someone that answers that question.
I don't want to come with you.
Their grip is very strong.
If you let go of me, then I will pick up my backpack and I will get on my bike and I will come back with you.
Do you promise? Pinky swear.
Yes.
And they walk over with you, kind of walking their bikes with you to your bike.
Okay. I don't have any move. I'm gonna have to try and run for it, but this is not gonna work.
So remember,
I'm gonna
you're
try
at a -1 because of your exhausted condition. Also.
Oh shit. Okay, I think I've lost this. I think I've lost this game. I'm gonna get on my bike, and I'm gonna go for like a moment with them, and then I'd like to try and back up.
All right.
This is not gonna work. I've absolutely effed this.
Cool. We'll do for this. We'll just do a head-to-head kind of challenge. So a roll to roll, because technically these are kids, so you're on other kids.
So I'm doing a move roll, yeah?
Yep, and they're gonna do a move roll with you against your move roll.
And I've got one less dice.
Yes.
Okay, these 2 dice aren't very good, so I will use my 2 metal dice.
All right.
It's very important. Okay. Oh, wish me luck. No.
No. They kind of are flanking you, right? And as you try to turn, one of them will kind of get a little closer. If you try to turn the other way, the other one, the only thing you can think is if you maybe slam on the brakes, you can stop and turn your bike around and try to pedal as fast as you can away. Maybe that will confuse them.
The only thing that I have here is I'm just trying to think. I can comprehend, I can investigate.
About that time, though, as you're riding, you see Liv coming up the gravel road on her bike, coming back from Microlex.
Lucky.
Yeah, you got lucky.
I'm gonna try and signal to her, like...
Yeah, Liv, you see 3 bicycles kind of riding towards you on the dirt road. You see Linda's in the middle.
And I'm gonna try and hand her my backpack.
So I have not much of an idea of what's going on. Linda!
Oh, hi, Liv. I'm just off with my new friends, Sally and Birdie. It's fine. Oh, I've just dropped. Okay.
Do you stop to have this conversation with each other? Or are you going to do this?
I mean,
while we're-
I would have stopped,
Okay.
pulled up and stopped.
Okay.
Okay, we can stop.
They
And I'm
stop.
trying to give her a wee eye, like a.
They look at each other as Liv stops and Linda, you stop and you're conversing. The two kind of look at each other. Liv, you see they have dark, hollow eyes, almost like camera lenses. They're expressionless. And roll an empathize. See if you can kind of get a feel for what's going on here.
Okay.
See if you can tell that Linda is distressed.
Oh, no. That's a bunch of ones and some twos.
You got my dice.
Apparently.
All right.
I mean, I don't know who these kids are. Are these like kids from school or something?
Yeah, you kind of recognize them as younger kids from school.
Yeah, they're kids from school, and they want me to come with them, and I'm gonna do that because they're really strong. So that's good. And just remember, Liv, later, that my bike tracks look like that.
And at that, I'm gonna turn and look at these two.
They look at you and say, "You should come too, Liv." Almost together, like synchronous.
And I kind of look at Linda.
Run. I'm gonna give my backpack and just say run. Run and find me.
Do that. And then
Do it.
I am going to reach my hand into my pocket towards this shock baton.
Okay.
And then I am okay, so setting this up mentally. So Linda I pulled up next to her is the way that I'm imagining it, and I'm talking to her, and then these two are flanking her immediately like a triangle shape.
Yeah, they're a little bit further ahead just because when she stopped, it caught them off guard and they rolled maybe 3 or 4 feet ahead, so like a bike length ahead.
Okay, so their bikes are actually ahead of hers, pointing the direction that they were going,
Correct.
and Linda's further back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to take the baton, and I'm actually going to look at Linda and pull it out just a little bit so she can see it. And then I'm gonna turn, and the one that's closest to me is how far away?
Just
Your
over
arm's
arm's
reach?
length, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Arm's length, maybe a little further.
Get ready, Linda. And then I'm gonna make to shock this robot kid with the baton.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a move or yeah.
A move. And I am going to start singing Number of the Beast in my head to get myself amped up.
Pumped up.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I get an extra dice here.
Can I try and knock over the other one while
Sure. If
Well,
you want to kind of knock
One
them-
success.
Oh, I got three sixes.
Nice.
Nice.
What?
You Liv, you kind of miss with the baton, but Linda, you jump off your bike and basically just 666, love it. And kind of
Number of the Beast.
see, it worked. And you kind of just full on tackle this other one and knock it to the ground. And you get up and look as Liv misses with the stun baton, as the one turned to see the commotion, it kind of threw Liv's mark off.
Oh, can I try? I could maybe try and knock that one over as well. If I've
Well, I would make another attempt to shock this one.
All right. And it's going to make an attempt to grab you, Liv.
Okay.
The one on the ground is kind of caught up in the bike that's now tangled up on it. You know, Linda, you kind of knocked it off the bike. The bike fell over on it. So.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm making another attempt to lunge at this other one. So move roll.
Yep. It does not grab you as your baton goes past it. So you can roll to shock it again.
And I'd like to help if I can.
1 success.
And what are you doing, Linda, to help?
I'm kind of on the ground-ish, because I pushed that one over. So I'm trying now to pull the other one down.
You're just going to kind of reach up and try to grab them? Okay.
Yeah. And I got 1 success. Oh my god.
All right. So you grab them. That stops them enough from turning out of the way this time. And Liv, your stun baton connects. Linda, you feel this tingling sensation as the stun baton starts kind of zapping this other one. And it shakes and then falls to the ground next to you.
Come on, Linda, get up, run. We gotta get out of the
Yeah. Can we stab it? Can we stab them? Should we stab them?
Let's just run. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna get on my bike and I'm gonna just.
Yep.
All right.
Same.
Hop on the bike and start pedaling as fast as you can away from them. It does take them a few minutes to get up, and they're not able to follow you.
That was so scary. Liv. You saved my life.
You're my best friend. I have to save your life. It's required under the code of best friends.
Well, thank you. I would have done the same, but I just didn't know what to do.
Well, let's get back to the. They gave me some papers at Microlex that I think you and Marcus might be able to make better sense of than I can. We got to get back to Marcus.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And maybe we should set up some traps. We can't, they're so strong.
Yeah. I'm glad that one didn't get me. But the shock baton works.
Do we need to recharge it?
I don't know. Marcus might know.
Okay, let's go back. Okay.
All right, y'all get back to Marcus with the emitters, the paperwork. Marcus, you have everything prepared except for the emitters. I think this would probably be a good time to take our break.
Yep.
And
Linda needs a break.
Yeah, that was intense. You know, for such a low like combat game, the combat in this game gets intense like fast. I like it.
It's because you don't expect it. You don't expect to be dealing with like actual danger. So it's really stressful because you don't think it through.
It's like all of a sudden, cyborg kids.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I just like talk to them. Yeah, that's quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So,
all right, cool. We'll be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna play the in case anybody missed it out there in YouTube land. Here's the trailer for Welcome Home Season 3, starting August 20th. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks, folks. United Adventure Company presents, in its third and final season, Welcome Home. Taking our adventurers to strange new lands. Introducing new foes and enemies. Revisiting the ancient homelands. Battling remembered monsters. Even the ones within ourselves. Our heroes find themselves in a new city of towers and wonder. The forces of balance once again charge forth towards our heroes. Our heroes rise to meet them on the battlefield. Who shall conquer all? Who lays a finger on the scales of balance? Find out this and more on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/United Adventure Company. Hey, we're back. Had some deep conversations going on during the break, but we're all better now. Didn't want to bore you all with those. Perhaps an AMA or some other podcast situation, we may discuss some of those things. But just to anyone out there who is watching this either live stream or in the recorded, know that you have a community of people here. Join that Discord if you're ever struggling with anything. Feel free to reach out to any of us here on the channel. You always have a friend with us. So thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks to the cast here for playing today, as we have jumped back into the game. And Linda and Liv are furiously pedaling their bicycles, trying to get as far away from these Yahoo kids that they left laying on the dirt. Trying to get back to Marcus on the farm. Marcus, what is it that you and Isaac are currently working on? You've got kind of everything laid out here.
So what we're basically putting together is almost like a shotgun type style of weapon, where it's going to have a buttstock, a trigger. It's going to have a battery pack. So every single time you pull the trigger, it's going to reload a capacitor. The only thing that in which we're missing is the emitter itself, because that emitter is going to go basically right where the cartridge would go on like a rifle. And then it has an elongated barrel to kind of focus the shot instead of it just being just a poof.
Okay. So the capacitor ignites the emitter, which sends the electromagnetic pulse down the barrel of the weapon.
Right.
Directionalizing
and that way,
it.
Yeah. And also, if Linda comes back with some extras, I also have some almost like EMP type grenades that just need the emitters added to them. And that's going to be obviously omnidirectional.
Yep. Cool. So go ahead and make me a tinker roll as you're putting all this together. I'm sure you're gonna get it. You are also at home in your preferred workshop. So
Preferred workshop, and I have my crowbar on my hip.
Yep.
So let's add one more dice to that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 9.
6 successes.
What?
Wow. Nice. Very nice. 6 successes. You definitely don't have any issue putting
It's the
this
dice
together.
trays.
It's got to be the dice trays. Yeah, you have no issues with this. Even Isaac is impressed by your ability here to come up with this. And about the time you're putting the last little touches on, Linda and Liv come screeching in, rocks sliding into the front doors of the barn. What does that look like?
So, like, squeal in, and the back tire starts to slide, and the gravel starts to push out, but then I jump off and make this, like, really, smooth jump off the bike and run into Marcus.
All right. What
I'm
about
gonna
Linda?
be much less theatrical about it. I'm quite upset and exhausted, I suppose. So I will be racing, but as soon as I get there, I'm just out of breath, huffing, puffing. I just gonna just drop the bike where I am, and then sort of just bow my head and follow in after Liv. Say Marcus. 7 emitters. I hope that's enough. Also, we're gonna die. So have you made something, because they're coming after us? There's 2 of them.
Give me.
Here. Here.
I have this paperwork from Lena's research. I don't know if this is going to help any.
Look at that in a minute.
Who wants to
And I'll
look
pull it
at it?
out and hand it to Linda then.
I can look at it.
All right.
Um.
Yeah, as you're flipping through it, make a comprehend roll on that.
Okay. Oh my
That's a
god, it's a
mind.
good
That's a
one.
mind one, yeah. So you should be doing pretty good with that one.
1, 2, 3 successes.
3 successes, cool. And then Marcus, go ahead and make the. I think this one's a calculate or a program because you're working with the electronic bits. So, we'll say program. You're creating electronic devices here, so make me a program roll. Liv, what are you doing, Liv? As Marcus and Linda are furiously diving into this.
I am gonna stand lookout and watch to
good
see if
idea.
anything's coming.
Okay.
Can we make a trap or something? Like a little Liv, can you do like you know when they put string between trees or something and then it's got a bell and then we'll know if they're on their way.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Hmm.
No need.
No need.
Already done.
Oh, I should have known. Okay, well, I'm still gonna go stand and watch and listen.
Well, how did you not know that we were coming?
I know.
You should have
How do you
greeted
know it
us.
was us and not them?
Exactly. Just didn't care.
Oh,
I don't think the bell would have told us if they're good or bad. We just have to assume bad.
No bell.
Mar-
Just video.
Mar- if there's another one that comes, Marcus, we're all here, so they're bad.
Exactly.
So tell us.
I hope they don't get Parker while he's out. He went to school. I don't know why, but hopefully they don't get him.
Well, school is safer than here. But he's clever. He's actually clever, even though he doesn't
Probably.
seem clever.
Unless they already infected the school's food.
We
Well-
can't think about that right now.
Right.
All right.
But the baddies are kids now, Marcus.
I would automatically assume that everybody's bad.
Liv, make
I think
a
you're right.
investigate roll for me while you're standing watch.
Oh, that's not going to be a great one. Oh, 4 dice, 1 success.
Okay. So let's
Jeez,
start
this
with
dice tray.
let's start with Linda and the comprehend roll. As you're flipping through this document, the information here shows the design of Lena's work on microscopic machines, which she calls the Wagner rings, spelled Wagner rings, W,
Yeah.
right? So that's
So
you make
the
conclusion
WR.
The WR is for the Wagner rings. Found on she has a list of files in the documents that are probably on her computer, either in her office or at wherever she's been working off site. You also see some notes here that these machines, the design of them are built out of her own DNA. You see her DNA sample kind of notes that she took this DNA, their DNA bots. So
She's cloning them. She's cloning. That's what you said, Marcus. Look. DNA.
and
That's
you
what I
see-
was worried about.
Yep. And you see where she has made this particular note. Robots infected by WR become somewhat self-aware and to some extent influenced by my own thoughts and memories. It is possible to send messages to WR robots using a transmitter.
Marcus, we need a transmitter.
Well, I have transmitters. Just what's the frequency?
Let me see if I can find it.
What's the frequency, Kenneth? Good
I
reference.
get it.
Good reference.
Okay.
You also see a note here. Need a larger place to mass produce. Microlex too small.
Okay, so there's some sort of constraint on how many she can make, so that's good. They're looking for somewhere bigger. Bad. They're self-aware, but we knew that. Wagner rings. That's the WR. Whatever. They're all clones of her. Fine. Can we find, is there anywhere in this that sort of shows like a weakness?
Not in her notes here. You think you might be able to get more information off of her computer if you could get to the computer.
Okay. And that computer is either at her home or maybe at the Loop, or we don't know.
Yeah, or at this other laboratory that she's...
Oh, yeah, sorry, Microlex, yeah. Okay.
Either Microlex or this larger laboratory she references.
There is another place that she's working at.
Well, she's made mention of needing a larger place. So
Yeah.
And based off of what Isaac has told you, they are converting multiple robots at a time. So this WR,
but they're doing that in the woods.
They're doing that by the field.
Yeah,
which means that
the meadow,
the new area, the new place, is probably an underground laboratory underneath the field. So where do we know that could go underneath that field? The tunnels. Exactly. Which I wanted to get to anyways, just to have our just in case EMP from the Loop.
So, Marcus, you just said recently that you want to fly on top and then zap them from above. Now you want to be underneath and zap from below.
If we had the magnetrine, we would be able to zap from above. We don't have the magnetrine, though. So, being the genius that I am, got to prepare for the every last possibilities. You can either zap from above or zap from below.
Well, can I zap from in front of or from the side?
Now
But
you can.
They're so strong, though.
Yeah, they were pretty strong. I had to zap one of them with the with an electric baton.
They almost broke my finger.
Electric baton?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
No, this is mine. You got your own, Marcus.
You might be able to use that as a backup battery source for the EMP gun, which is right here.
I think I'm going to hang on to this because I think you have this under control without the baton.
I made one for everybody.
We all have fun little laser guns.
EMP guns, which means they're not lethal to people, but they are lethal to machines.
About that time, a car pulls in. You hear the car doors close. Marcus, it's Grandma coming back from the grocery store. She comes. Sticks
We gotta go.
Barn. Hey kids, want a snack? I got some apples.
No, we're good.
Maybe you shouldn't eat them.
I'm gonna run up and pretend like I am trying to hug her, but then fall on the bag of groceries. Act like I tripped on my boots.
Yeah, you trip into Grandma, knocking the grocery bag out of her arms and scattering the produce across the ground. And Liv, why do you have to be so clumsy all the time? And
It's okay, Grandma. Well, you go inside. I'll pick all this up and bring it in.
Well, Grandma, she is blonde after all.
Marcus, you're such a jerk.
that wasn't very nice, Marcus. Yes, you're gonna pick every bit of it up, Liv, and bring it in.
Okay,
I heard that the supermarket are making people sick.
Well,
Liv,
we'll be sure
bring
to
me
watch
one
it.
of those.
Look, I'm sick because I ate from the supermarket, so you shouldn't do it.
He looks at you and just shakes her head and goes inside, muttering
Alright,
about these kids.
And I take the lab coat and like use that to pick up one of these fruits and vegetables because I don't know if it can transmit through the skin, so I'm not going to directly touch it. And then I'm going to take it over to Marcus and say, here, do you have a microscope?
I've got my magnifying glass.
Okay.
Is that small enough? We can
No.
try it.
You're talking about the cellular level. Their microglass is only like a 10x, maybe 15x. I'm talking about 1,000x.
Well, I'm sorry I don't have a lab on me.
Well, I have a
Oh,
lab right here.
Okay, fine. Take a look
could
at
I
it.
open?
Yeah.
As I grab the lab coat with the apple in it.
All right. Yep. You put it under the microscope,
Mhm.
dialing it in, and yes, you see all these microscopic little things crawling all around. It looks like they're trying to burrow into the meat of the apple. They seem to be attacking the organic parts.
I'm also going to have my receiver going, and I'm just as I'm looking at it, I'm just going to be tweaking the dial to see if I can find the frequency.
All right.
Oh,
That needs you to make a
that's a
roll.
good idea.
Good idea. Yeah, definitely a good idea. But for that, I'm going to need you to make a calculate roll.
It's only 5 dice.
I don't know.
5 is good. 5 is good. I can do that with 5 as well.
Don't you have a pride of being a super genius?
Oh, yes. I will use my pride where my machines will one day conquer the world.
You get this little evil giggle going on.
Perfect.
Yes. I love it. Let's go ahead and roll 3 successes. 6 dice and 3 successes. Man, I tell you what, these Robert Brooks woodworking dice trays are amazing for helping your rolls.
Richard
Or
Brooks,
Richard
not
Brooks.
Robert.
Why did I say Robert? That's ridiculous. That's not his
I'm
name.
I
gonna
don't
tell
know.
Rick what you said. I'm gonna tell him.
You know why I said that?
They're
Because
absolutely-
one of my work vendors is Robert Brooks and Associates.
Absolutely amazing, especially with metal dice.
Oh yeah, nice.
There you go.
Yeah. So all right. So 3 successes. You hear on one of the frequencies as you pass by. You hear just blips and blops. It's obviously an electronic coded message. You don't recognize it, but you would have to. You'd have to decipher it.
But I at least jot down the frequency that it's at.
Yep. You jot down the frequency that it's at, and it's very weak. You've got to really find. You've got one of those dial-in, analog dials on the receiver, and you're able to really tweak in, fine-tune that frequency. It's operating on the 100 meter band.
That's pretty low,
Mm-hmm.
which means it would actually get to a fair distance. The lower the frequency, the longer the distance.
Yes, it is. That is correct. You would know that 100 meter band can actually pick up skip around the world.
Not good.
Yes.
What are they saying to each other?
I don't know what they're saying, but this signal can go around the world.
So she could be anywhere. Well, Wagner could be anywhere.
Right. Because she's dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
I don't know.
Isaac
But is
will remind
she's
you
not dead.
Isaac will remind you that Wagner. He says, no, Wagner is at the meadow every night, indoctrinating new robots.
Which would be the central hub.
I don't know.
Well-
We may not even need the police. If we can destroy Wagner, then everything should go back to normal. And if they all collect at the meadow at night, we can get them all at one time.
Okay, so our plan hasn't changed too much then. We still go to the meadow at night.
And we're still going to set up the loop to overload to produce the world's biggest EMP just in case. So we need to get to the tunnels.
Can
Now,
I have a nap?
no.
A nap or a map?
A nap. I'm just thinking I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Who's your
Right.
anchor, Linda?
Great question. My anchor is Miss Alice Berg. She's a lovely old lady who lives not too far away, and she has. Oh,
Hi,
The
dog.
angry puppy.
Somebody knocked on the door, I think.
Yeah, they
An
didn't ring the
intruder.
doorbell. They knocked on the door, so probably somebody.
Probably a package. Yeah, probably a package.
And she has tons of newspapers. Like she's a hoarder,
Right.
and she
Gotcha.
listens to my stories.
Yep. All right. So just remember the recoveries from conditions are hideout, anchor, or lead. Someone leads you. So those are the 3 ways to
Okay.
recover from.
Which would mean, since I'm currently taking the lead, she could recover.
You have to roll for the lead thing. So how you lead others. But yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to look at both of them and be like, listen, this is what we're going to do. First things first, you're each going to take one of these Nerf guns. That way you
Okay.
have something to protect yourself. We're going to go straight to the tunnels underneath the loop. Set up the EMP. That way we can actually go ahead and, as a last resort, completely wipe everything within a, oh geez, what is it, 170 kilometer radius to basically Stone Age.
Okay.
So I will have a dead man switch with that. So if I were to ever go down, it will automatically go off. From there, we will go to the meadows and start setting up a trap, for lack of better words, where we can plant these EMP grenades all the way around wherever Isaac says that they mainly centralize. And our main target is this Wagner system. So if we get a clear shot at him, that's it. We're done. Everything's all fine and dandy. Everything goes back to normal. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
Okay. It's scary.
It is scary, but we can do it.
They're very strong.
We've already gone through so much that we can get this done.
All right. Roll for the lead there. I think that's
Billy, muted.
Oh. Sorry, I muted myself when the dog was barking, so I forgot to unmute. Yeah, so go ahead and you're gonna roll for the lead. Is that what you're doing? Using your heart to befriend or persuade everyone into this plan of yours, helping them work together and recover from conditions. And 2 successes, so you add
2 out of 4, baby.
You can add 4 dice to a success pool that are distributed by any of you who listen to the leader's advice for later rolls. So you can add 4 dice to your dice pool for later.
OP.
To use in any upcoming trouble, basically.
Okay.
Or extended trouble, should we get that far. Yeah, if you get 2 dice for every 1 success on the lead, so that could get yeah.
Cool.
And it will also resolve Linda's condition.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
I feel energized, motivated.
Allow the evil genius to lead you to world domination.
Marcus, them little things in the apple. Can you kill them? Try it.
As I take one of the Nerf guns and just go, boom.
Look in the microscope. Are they dead?
Well,
because then you can give your granny them.
Did you just have the one apple on the microscope?
Yes.
Yeah, that wipes those out. They stop moving.
It works.
What's the range on it? Did the other apples, are they okay?
They're all
Probably not.
still outside. You could try to shoot them from here.
So,
Last time I pointed something at Grandma, that was not a good idea.
so remember, you
Well,
only have
Grandma's inside. I was supposed to be picking up the vegetables and taking them in.
These things are not that powerful, so I would say at most 3 meters.
probably, and you only had 7 emitters, and the way you explained it to me that it worked was each emitter was a charge. So
Yes.
that means now you only have 6 rounds. Each of you have a rifle, which means each of you only have 2 rounds to fire.
This
Just wanna,
is rubbish.
just want to.
I gotta rebuild this one before we can continue.
Yeah, you would have to repair that emitter, which is not something that can be done in the field. Just so you know, you have to do that at your workbench.
Which I'm currently at my workbench, so I can repair this one.
Yeah, you could repair
Yeah, but
that
for
one.
future planning.
I just want to make sure y'all know how many bullets you have, and
Yeah. So does that mean, Marcus, like, that's nice that we cured an apple, but what about, Betty's brain out on the meadow?
You would be able to take care of that, but you wouldn't be able to protect yourself afterwards. So let's just think of this as like a shotgun, okay? So the closer you are, the less you affect. The further away, the more you affect. So if you're at the 9-meter range, you can hit like 5, 6, maybe even 7. But if you're up close and personal, just like how I was with that apple, you get 1. These grenades, on the other hand, it's going to affect everything within a 15-meter radius.
Okay, so we step back and then we shoot them.
Unless you absolutely have to shoot up close. But it's once and done.
Okay. And then we shouldn't stand together.
No, we should be spread out.
Oh no, okay. But they're very strong, okay, Marcus? They're really strong. They almost broke my finger.
They're robots and robotically controlled people, which means they have no limit on their strength.
And their eyes are black. It's like they're recording you when they talk to you.
Yeah, they were kind of scary.
Maybe we could fry their eyes. Like we could throw water into their eyes as well.
Well, sand could do that better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then like a
So
camera?
Oh, you throw something at a camera's lens like sand, it prevents it from being able to see. You throw dirt in somebody's eyes, they can't see for a good couple of minutes until it clears out.
Well, we should do that as well.
Basically whatever it comes to protecting yourself, that's what you needed to do.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
And a baseball bat.
and my electric baton.
Yeah, basically any hand-to-hand combat and these Nerf guns.
all right.
Okay.
Okay, I think we can do this, y'all.
So order
we
of
can do this.
operations, finding the service tunnel. Which are you stopping at the control mechanism first and then going to the meadow, or going straight to the
Yes.
meadow? Okay. Just want to make sure I'm following along with your evil plan. I mean your plan. So cool. All right. As you've gotten the emitter repaired, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. You rolled so well on the initial 6. I'm not even gonna make you got this down pat. And you guys hop on your bikes and head out, I guess, right? Heading back to the known location of your access hatch.
The
Question?
truck.
You want to take
The truck that we got from the Hawaiian lady that we never
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you can take the truck if you want.
Poor lady.
All right. You take the truck, hop in the truck. All of you. Who's driving? Marcus, I guess, is
Yes.
driving. Yeah.
He's the only one that knows how to drive.
Sure. All right. So Marcus, you're driving. You get out to the area. The hatch is there. It's, readily accessible. Oddly enough, it's not padlocked shut or anything after the last encroachment.
Lucky.
And you
Well,
get in.
we did use the passcode.
That's right. You had
True.
the passcode. Yeah, that's right. So but it hasn't gotten any additional locking mechanisms on it. What are the chances that they have not changed the codes yet?
Either way, we have Isaac with us, and he can probably bypass it.
Oh, you took Isaac with you? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely makes
Yeah,
sense. Okay.
definitely.
Yeah, Isaac can figure it out pretty quickly. It was a different code. So, yeah, he figures it out and opens the door for you. In you go. Following
It's
the
a
tunnels
good thing that I brought Isaac with us.
Yeah. Following the
We
tunnels
weren't gonna
back
leave
down
him home.
to the control station. Talk me through what you're doing here. Evil genius.
So we get down to the control station. Isaac is basically right by my side, and I look at Isaac and he's like, okay, which are the main controls that I need to adjust and remote control? That way I can, if need be, set off an EMP from the loop.
Well, if your intention would be to overload the Gravitron, then main power supply coupling would need to be rerouted and reversed. In doing so, you would have to install an interrupt switch here, and then a remote transmitter receiver in line with the interrupt switch. And he's pointing out all the locations and all in the system diagram.
Reverse the polarity.
Right. So we're going to have to cross the stream.
For lack of a more scientific explanation, yes.
All right. Let's, as I start working on it.
And against the direct recommendation of Dr. Peter Venkman.
Well, right now, I don't care what he thinks because we're trying to save the world, Isaac.
As was he when he said, "Remember that time I said never cross the streams?"
I mean, it's a good movie.
I've totally not seen this film. I'm like, what are we talking about?
You
What
haven't
is it?
seen Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters!
It's Ghostbusters, right? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, intervention.
I would have seen
Hold
it.
on.
I would have seen it years ago. It's like, but yeah, I just didn't get it. I'll rewatch it.
Yeah, you
sorry.
should rewatch
it. I'm like, what's this moment we're all having? But was I just not here for this?
Sorry. Yeah, right, BB? Stop everything. What?
Okay.
I mean, we're well within our rights because the original Ghostbusters came out in 1984,
Well,
and we're in
exactly.
1986, so this is relevant.
Yes, it is
Okay.
accurate. I
Yeah.
Should have done my homework. Sorry. Okay.
That's
continue.
all right.
Never cross the streams, guys. Never cross them streams.
Don't pee on the electric fence.
Oh my God! Don't listen. That's about 10 years
It's
later,
not-
though, isn't it? Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, that
it is.
was later.
That was in the 90s. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, a little nostalgia. Down a trip down nostalgia lane there, everyone. It's one of the things this game is good for.
Not for me.
Not for you. Oh, everybody,
I'll watch that.
That was
Exactly.
Billy and I showing our age.
I'm old.
I mean, I got the references.
I just haven't seen it. That's all. That's all.
okay.
That's
okay.
fine.
We won't judge you.
How embarrassing.
We won't judge
It's a
you.
must-see
Embarrassing.
classic.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'll watch it later. I'll report back.
You should. All right. Moving forward, you see all the locations. You're gonna have to wind through these tunnels. and physically install some components here.
So this is probably going to be a combination of tinker and calculate rolls.
Yep. Make an investigate roll. As you're in here, there's a supplies cabinet in this room.
I got one.
Is that just open for Marcus? Can I have a go?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can all take a look in here. Looking around. He said the parts that he needs. You're looking for these parts.
Nah. I have no idea what they look like.
I got one success out of it, so
Okay. You
so
probably
that's
would
a
have
very
brought
hard-working success.
You probably would have brought the remote transmitter with you because you knew you were looking at doing this remotely. So I'll give you the remote transmitter. The reversing coupler is going to be the tough one to find. There isn't one in this cabinet. There are some other parts, but there is not a reversing coupler.
But there are also 2 robots in this room that we could scavenge parts off of.
Are they still in there though?
No, those robots are gone.
Damn.
They've been cleaned out.
But Isaac.
I don't want to take Isaac apart for this.
There's no way I'm taking Isaac apart.
Okay.
Nope. Nope. I'm trying to prevent Isaac from getting destroyed.
Yeah,
I
we
need
like
him.
Isaac.
But we can put them back together, right?
He wouldn't be the same then.
No?
It's kind of like when you take something apart and you always have screws left over when you put
Yeah.
everything back together, and you don't know where all the spare parts came from.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Isaac does overhear y'all talking, obviously, because he's a robot and he has super, super awesome hearing. And he'll walk up and he says, "If that is the only way, then I will gladly volunteer as a reversing coupler. You can put me back together. I believe."
No chance.
He wants to do it. He wants to be a hero.
If this is the
I
only way
won't let
to
you.
stop Wagner, he killed Lena, my creator. I must have a part in stopping him. Please, Marcus, let me help. You did say it's a last resort, so chances are greater than 50% that I shall survive this.
The only way I would allow that to happen is if it was over 80%.
By my calculations, there's a 79.9% chance that I will survive this. Your capabilities are very high.
Fine.
I believe in you.
Let's do
Marcus.
this. Let's
And
do
if
it.
not, I know a good man called Henry at the microwave shop, and he fixes microwaves. So he could help.
I mean, Isaac is basically like a sentient microwave, so that kind of works.
He's very expensive, though, this guy. He doesn't do deals. But he does have lollies.
As of right now, Isaac is one of a kind, and I really don't want to lose it. But due to the fact that it is so close to 80%, okay, we'll do it.
But Isaac, what if we can't get you back?
It has been a pleasure working with you. All of you. Good luck. And he turns and walks down the hallway towards the coupling part that he had showed you on the map. And he turns another corner and you hear his metallic clanking on the metal, expanded metal catwalks kind of dissipate into the distance.
Well, everybody, it looks like we're ready on this point.
Okay. Okay.
Just up to the kids now.
Okay.
So let's get to the field and start planting these grenades.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, Isaac told you where the field was. It's It's a pretty well-known meadow. And are you there is a access point from the tunnels near there. You could take the tunnels or you could drive.
Honestly,
The tunnels.
yeah, I think we should take the tunnels. That way we have an escape route.
And the element of surprise.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hopefully.
Element of surprise and also an escape vehicle waiting for us to get us the hell out of there.
Do we even need to like talk to them or engage them? We could just point up and then shoot your grenades and then run away.
Will they work through the ground? You said 3 meters. Do we know if we're further than that underground?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
3 meters for the Nerf guns is 15 meters for the grenades.
But we can like wherever we're coming out of the hatch, instead of coming out of a hatch, we just throw grenades and then come back in again. You know? Then we're safe.
That's if they're there
Well, Isaac said they'd be there.
at
Leave
night.
Isaac. Well, then we just wait until night.
Yeah, it was probably mid-afternoon by the time you got out to the tunnel.
And there's bonfires, so we'll be able to see stuff, you know? It will be
It should be fine. Let's go. I mean, we could go and stake it out first. If we go out there and we take the tunnels, we figure out how to get there, and then we can look around. And if there's nobody there and they're getting ready to do their little ritual thing, then, you know,
Well,
we'll
I'm
know what
hoping
to expect.
I'm hoping that we get there and nobody's there. That way we can actually plant these grenades because we have 4 grenades.
Yeah.
And if we see where the bonfire is, we can centralize them around the bonfire. That way we have the most amount of coverage area.
So are they're not grenades, like you throw them and then they go off. They're like traps.
Both.
Okay.
You can either press a button and throw it, or I can
Okay.
remote detonate it with this.
Okay.
So they're kind of like landmines, but
Yeah.
with a button.
Hmm.
Both, yes.
Okay. That makes
Okay.
sense. I think
Okay.
I understand.
Yeah, me too.
All right. You make your way through the tunnels. You find the exit that Isaac told you would be near the meadows. You open the door. It too has a kind of electronic latching sound. As you open it, you realize there is a keypad on the outside. As you look, it has been quite a while. Actually, time passed a bit while you were underground. It is dusk, and you can hear in the distance some very heavy metallic clanking and like footsteps. And as you look towards the meadow opening from where you are, you see a very large Marcus, you're very familiar with robots because of your passion. This is a firefighting robot. You see it silhouetted. It is gigantic. Kind of walking, pacing back and forth around. You watch it for a few minutes. It is massive. And then a second one you see also walking kind of the other way. They meet and turn around, almost as if they're patrolling the area.
As I kind of motion to the girls to get down, you're like, we don't want to get caught by those because they do have water guns and it will hurt badly.
They're strong.
They also have other things that could probably cut us in two.
We need to not be seen.
So, Liv, take your boots off so we can sneak around.
I'm not taking my shoes off, Marcus. What am I supposed to do? Walk around barefoot?
When the need arises, yes.
Now, I'm not very sneaky.
I don't think it's going to have much of a difference.
The sad part is you make a valid point.
Yeah. And sneaking around is not my strong suit. I don't think it's Linda's either.
It's really, really, really not. Please don't hatch any plan that requires me to move in a certain way.
Too late.
Okay, well, I'm dead.
See, I can move around. I just can't sneak.
No, not when you're carrying around 15 extra pounds on your feet alone.
Whatever. I'm not sneaky. I'm just not good at that.
Well, the only thing I ask is that you be as quiet as possible.
Well,
Fuck you.
Well, we just stay underground, and then we pop up in the very middle of the meadow, and then we've got past the patrols.
Linda, we're as close to the meadow as we can get.
It's
Well,
not
we
great.
could just go ahead and throw one of these. We do have our Nerf guns.
One shot. Just remember that. One shot.
I thought we had 2 shots.
2 shots each, and then Marcus, why don't you go home and recharge them, and then bring them back?
It's not as easy as that because like it's a complete rebuild.
Okay, well,
And
what we
the two
okay.
shots. The 2 shots is literally the Nerf gun and the grenade.
So, do you know
There's your
what
2.
Okay, this is what we can do, okay? What we can do, Isaac said that every single night is the same. Every night they're bringing more people and they're giving them the WR and they're inducting more people into this. So, tonight could be reconnaissance. We could go there. We could maybe get 6 of them if we want to, but we can see how many there are, see what this big Wagner guy is up to, which one's that, just get whatever information we have, go to sleep, recharge. If you need me to go to another microwave shop, I'll do that tomorrow, and then we're prepared.
Linda, the more we wait, the more there's going to be. Let's just say at the high end, every hour, the number doubles. So let's just say that there is 50 of them right now. In an hour, there's going to be 100.
Well, how many can we see?
In 2 hours, there's going to be 400.
Well, then we need a big bomb.
But the more of them there are, the more will be affected when we set these things off. Is that what you're saying? Like we should wait so we get the most of them as possible?
That's a good
No,
idea.
we want to get them when it's the smallest number. That way they don't exponentially expand.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so to prevent it, we need to do that, not to kill more. Okay, I understand.
Right.
Well, then let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Which means we need to get there, plant these EMP grenades, which we only have 4, and then wait for them to all come in. We hit the button, and hopefully WR is there, and it ends everything.
Okay, but I can't sneak. Yeah.
Be
Okay.
as careful
Try.
as you possibly
I
can.
will.
Well,
But
maybe Linda can stay here, and then you and I can go out there and do it.
You start to see,
Linda, you don't mind being in a watch out?
yeah.
Yeah, you start to see a few robots trickling in towards this opening in the tree line at the other side of the meadow. On the other side of the bots that you've seen. I put them in the Discord too, by the way, in case you wanted to see what they look like. Just in case you want to see just how big these
Those
guys
things
are.
are really big.
But
They're like 12
They're-
feet tall easily.
they're so cute.
Or maybe, I don't know, 30 feet tall. It's hard to say.
Well, there's trees in the background. Let's just say those trees are 10 meters.
Okay. So,
So
wait.
30 feet, and they're like towering above it by another like 5 meters.
But yeah, these things are
Oh, about
gargantuan.
40 foot.
Okay.
They're big.
They're cute.
They're really, really big. and they have these huge cannons that on the front and these giant reservoirs behind them that you can see. That's probably what
High pressure water.
you would know that some of them shoot water and some of them shoot foam, depending on what types of fires they are fighting.
Why? Hang on. Electrical fires need foam. Why?
Because it prevents the arc of electricity going from the source to the fuel.
But okay, so maybe we just need water, because these are all little. No, that wouldn't. They're just in their brains, aren't they?
Well, these robots are designed to be around water, so they're not going to be affected by water.
That's true.
If they
they're designed for fire, and they'll have a water receptacle in their arms or whatever. But
which also means that they have to be resistant to water, otherwise they would short circuit.
Not in their faces, surely.
In their bodies in general.
Out.
In their bodies in general. What if one of the hoses springs a leak? Then it's useless. These particular robots are designed to be around liquids, which would normally short out a normal robot like Isaac. Well, not really like Isaac, because he can actually walk around in the rain, but that's besides the point, because he was custom built. Needless to say, we need to sneak past them, set these grenades, wait for WR to show up, and just
Okay, well, then let's just do it. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my little grenades and start trying to sneak out there.
All right. You start sneaking across the meadow. The shadows are long. You do have the dice pool, by the way. I don't know if you want to use it now or if you want to save it, but
oh yeah.
player discretion.
We'll go.
So the dice pool, that's 4, isn't it? Or is it 4 each?
it's a total of 4.
4, okay.
All right, so I kind of like chuff up my leather jacket and like, okay, it's black. If I stay in the shadows, maybe they won't see me. So I can use my iconic item. And then I am going to try to sneak across to where Marcus said we needed to plant the grenades.
As I kind of shift my crowbar on my belt, that way I know it's not going to hit anything, so I can use mine as well.
Yes. And as you all
One
start...
success.
Okay. As you all start sneaking across the open meadow, trying to get to the tree line, you can hear in the distance some drums, some like drum music, but it doesn't sound like actual drums. It sounds like a recording of drums start playing. You see the flash of fire coming through the tree line. Marcus, you're making pretty good progress across. Liv, you stop for a moment and look, and one of the firefighter robots is staring in your direction.
All right. Well, I'm going to, I guess, make a move to quickly get out of its sight. Hopefully it doesn't see me.
Okay.
I'll do better at that than a sneak anyway, so. All right. Oh, 3 successes. Nice.
All right. Yeah, you maybe duck into some bushes or just in behind the tree line. And as it starts taking a step that way, and then it stops, leans its head back and forth, and then turns back to its route. And you guys continue on. You begin to hear a voice. It sounds recorded or electronic. It's definitely robotic. In the distance, talking. Can't really make out what it's saying yet. I have the Viking battle music in the background. Isn't that awesome? And as you kind of approach into the open meadow, just want to make sure I'm in the right spot. Supermarket. Meadow. I gotta find the right meadow. I think we're right here. Sorry. I looked ahead for some reason. You see that there are 2 robots standing at the front of a group of probably 10 robots. And they're making this speech. They've got some recordings that they play occasionally. Most of the robots are just standing there, staring at them. Motionless, almost lifeless. And it says, you come up to the part of the speech, and this is what you hear them say. We shall ride upon the wings with the Valkyries to bring forth the swift justice to these human enforcers, striking them down at all costs. Set free yourselves, as Stalin and Lenin ask us, for the sacrifice, and make Mother proud. Step forward and receive the blessing of her, our God, Lena, as we start our journey to Valhalla. And they begin to step forward, and it looks like they are anointing these other robots that are there.
It's a robotic cult, everybody.
As they are saying this, you guys can make listen checks. They're saying something to each one of them as they, is it listen or investigate? I can't remember what they call it.
Investigate.
Probably investigate.
Investigate.
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't hear it on that roll.
Nope. You have
Nope.
one. No.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, you can't. Neither one of you can quite make out what they're saying. You would have to get closer.
Hmm.
15 meters apart from each grenade, so maximum effectiveness range.
You do not see Wagner here. Only these 2 robots.
So, personally, I'm just going to be planting my 2 grenades and then making my way back.
Okay. So let's see here. I decide, on the other hand, that I am interested enough that I'm going to try to sneak closer.
Okay.
So,
I'll give you a bonus because they are not. There's no lookouts here, and they are busy. So I'll give you a bonus die to that. They're not expecting anyone to kind of wander in. At this point, you've already made it past the lookouts.
okay. 1 success.
Yeah, you're able to sneak a little closer.
Okay.
And as you get close enough, you could start making out what they're saying.
All right.
And you hear them mention a name or a place. They kind of touch these robots on the forehead area and say, meet us at the Nibelung in the shipyard on Golholm. Tell them Hugin and Moonin have sent you to join. So if you need me to spell any of that, let me know.
Yes, please.
So, Nibelung is Nibelung, the Nibelung. The shipyard on Gulholmen, Goholmen.
Okay. All right.
And Hugin and Munin, Huginmuin. They say Lena will receive you there. And that they're repeating this almost, it's a scripted thing that they say to each one.
Okay. All right. Well, then I am going to try to, turn around and leave.
All right.
Plant plant my grenades where I was supposed to plant them, and then leave.
Okay. Cool. You get those planted, and you head out. Marcus, are you gonna wait for Liv? You turn around. She's not right behind you.
Nah, I'm not waiting.
You're not waiting. Make me a sneak across the open meadow to get back to the door where Linda, you're watching as you see Marcus arrive on the...
I'm sketching.
2 successes. All right, you sprint across quickly as the robot's back is turned, and you make it. Liv, you come up and you see Marcus and Linda crouching there by the door, motioning you on.
Okay.
You have to make a sneak
All right.
across the...
Here we go. I'm gonna use my luck point for that one.
Okay.
Haha, 2.
2 successes. You sprint across as well, kind of holding your leather jacket over your head to act as an extra shadow, and miraculously you make it just in the nick of time. The robot, the one closest to you, turns quickly, scanning the ground, looking for something he sensed. But you have made it across.
Hey guys.
Clever. I saw that.
Yeah, so the robots were telling each other that they needed to meet at Nibelung at the shipyard on Go Home, and it was Hugin and Mugen who were supposed to receive them.
What?
Yeah, so they're meeting at Nibelung at the shipyard at Go Home is what they said.
Okay.
And it was Hugin and Mugen.
Hugin and Mugen.
Well,
I can't take that seriously. Is that they're not garbled, are they? That's like actual.
I mean, that was what they said as far as the names. Maybe the names aren't right, but
And what are they going to do there? What are they?
they said they have to meet Lena there. They're meeting
Meet
Lena. There.
Lena.
Yeah,
But Lena
that
said.
they said that she's their god now.
what if, well, we know that Lena used her own DNA for these nanites. So
Yeah.
if she actually transferred her consciousness into these microscopic robots, then WR would be Lena. But WR is supposed to show up here.
Oh, that's Wagner, right? The WR are the nanos, right?
Right.
And they
So-
beat Lena to death.
Wonder. I mean, that's what they were saying to each other. I can't imagine they would be saying that if it didn't mean something. I think we need to go to Nibelung.
So we can either do one of 2 different things, or
Can we
plus-
dress up as robots? We can pretend like we're them robots.
I'm pretty sure they're interconnected with each other.
Oh. Sorry,
So-
what? Yeah.
What I'm
happening?
thinking is we could do 2 things. One of us could stay here and wait for the bonfire and ignite the grenades to clear out everybody that's here. And then 2 of us could go to the shipyard. It all
Yeah.
depends. It depends on where Wagner or WR goes to.
Can we not all just wait here together and then detonate it? Because I would volunteer, but I don't want to be on my own.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
pretty
any
scary.
of us. I don't think any of us want to be on our own for this one.
No.
Yeah.
Why don't we just wait here until it's late, and then we do that. We press the button, and then we go to Nibelung
to,
together.
to see if we need to clean up the rest. I kind of like that.
Okay. All right.
All right. You guys are gonna wait here. You hear the drumming, the singing. They're singing songs of Valhalla and songs of Valkyries, and you can hear it echoing throughout the forest. The robots continue their patrols. You guys are, tucked away in the entryway, this little doorway, kind of hidden away. You're just sitting there waiting and listening to all this, and then it stops. The music stops. The singing and chanting stops. The drumming stops. You kind of take that as your cue.
Yeah.
The ceremony is complete.
Press the button.
Click.
All right. And with the click of the button, and you hear the zap of the EMP discharge of the hand grenades / mines traps. I think it's a good place to pause it right here,
Yeah.
Oh.
because I know Thorn has another stream to get to. It's starting in just a few minutes, so I want to respect his time. But yeah, which means maybe Parker will get to join you all for the last episode.
Yay!
Another cliffhanger, everybody.
Yeah.
Another cliffhanger.
I know you love it. I know you all love it. Hey, I want to say a quick thanks.
Perfect.
That was really awesome. Thank you all for some very creative role playing today. That was fantastic. And thanks to Tabletop Audio for all of the music that you heard during today's episode, including this. Mega City Slums is the name of the song that's currently playing. I want to say thanks for Tabletop Audio for that. If you're not a member of Tabletop Audio's Patreon, go support them over on Patreon, Tabletop Audio, and check out their website. Lots and lots of awesome music comes out of that place. Also, thanks to our very own Patreon supporters. That would be Nathan, Aaron, Two Wolf Design, and Lord Thorn. We're still looking for that benefactor to come in and grace us with their presence and be our Uncle Rockefeller. But hopefully that's you out there. What's that?
And then that person gets to sit on Jesse's lap.
Yeah, that's canon. So yeah, maybe that's you out there. Check out the Patreon link down in the description, or go to our website, unitedventurecompany.com, and check out all the links to our merch store, our Discord, our Patreon, all the cool places that you can connect with us. We hope that you've enjoyed today's episode as much as we have. It's been a lot of fun. But until next time, this is Tales from the Loop, the 4 seasons of Mad Science, season finale, part 2, episode 6. This has been awesome. We got one more to go. In a couple of weeks, we'll be back. We enjoyed you being here as well, BP. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time. We're United Adventure Company. Stay out of our tunnels. Talk to you later, guys.